Helping Americans and Amp Live, the American Mentee Program, going live. It's not scheduled or anything. We're going directly on Facebook. So let me see what we got here. We're going to go back here. We got the little mini window. Hope your day is going well. Won't take too much of your time, but if you see this video, save it, watch it all the way through, rewind it, whatever you need to do. I'm always going to drop golden nuggets of information, pro tips. When I mean pro tips, that means stuff that I'm sharing with you that we wouldn't share with anybody any other way, unless you came aboard and were part of the mentoring program and part of Amp Live and all that other good stuff. But we're going to drop them. That's what we're doing because things are changing. So we want to be able to pay it forward in regards to giving some knowledge out to people and things of that nature, because the market is shifting, it's changing, kind of going back to some of the basics and vice versa, going back from the last cycle to this cycle in regards to what investors are looking for. 70 cents on the dollar. We were up to 85 cents on the dollar minus repairs. You can say 85% LTV, whatever you want to call it. I like to keep it simple and stupid simple. You know how that term goes. But we look at it as a percentage, right? 100%, you got 70 cents on the dollar, 70% minus repairs. If a property's worth 100, you want to buy it at 70 minus repairs, or 70,000 minus repairs. Some simple stuff out there. But there's a lot of stuff that people do not understand or know about real estate. There's a lot out there that are trying to figure this out on YouTube and TikTok and Big Buck and Snapchat and bat blap ba bang bang boom boom. I'm just kidding. It's a lot of nice programs, a lot of nice platforms out there, and there's tons of information. Just do some analytical thinking, right? Break it down. Make sure you know who you're getting information from, knows their shit, knows their stuff. And then go from there, right? It's called critical thinking. It's not hard, but a lot of people don't do it today's market or in today's world. My goal, our cause and mission is to help our fellow Americans throughout the United States of America, help them wake up and understand and know that, hey, there's real estate that you can turn to. Yes, even if you do it on a part-time basis. It's going to probably make one deal will be probably what you make in 1 year. Working at a retail job or a regular job, right? But is there a lot of work in between there? Of course there is, right? You got bills to pay, you got food to buy, you got to pay for gas, you got to have living expenses, a bunch of other stuff that goes into it. I get it. We're all in the same boat to a degree, unless you're, have a silver spoon in your mouth and all this other good stuff, and you're rich and things of that nature, right? But the bottom line is that real estate, creative real estate investing is something that you might want to think about in regards to, hey, I want to do it on a part-time basis, right? We're probably going, well, what the hell is creative real estate investing? I've heard of wholesaling. That's because of social media and all those other good things. They gave it a word. It's called wholesaling. It sounds sexy because it's one word, but it still's got a cheap kind of ring to it. Wholesale, right? Wholesale means cheap, right? And you get what you pay for at the end of the day. So the bottom line is, yes, you got to start off. There's a term that's called bird dogs. People don't talk about it too much, but it is kind of part of the wholesale training, and where people go into, you're going to find a property, find the ugliest property on the block, take it to an investor. You got to lock it up and then, put it under contract and sell it to an investor. Well, that's great. That's what you should do, right? That's wholesaling. That's basically just selling paper. It was derived from the commercial segment, where you can do options. You can write up and assign a contract over to someone else. Now people are doing it with single-family properties, multi-family properties, storage units. Anything could be assigned, anything could be optioned, anything can go sub-to or subject to existing financing, subject to taxes, subject to whatever you put into the addendum or the contract to stipulate what the deal is. And that's the fun part about structuring deals. You can figure out how to structure these deals, learn the art of the deal, and structure those deals and sell them off. You can get paid more to do so because the deal is structured in a manner that's creating leverage, which creates a better return on investment at the end of the day. So without that mumble jumble and a bunch, just try to make it simple, right? The goal is try to buy your real estate, buy the property, buy anything that you're trying to pick up. You just got to buy it right. If you buy it right, you make your money when you buy it, not when you sell it, simply because if you buy it right, you're going to make money even if you dump it. So what are things going for? They're kind of being reset to the last cycle. You can buy something for 60, 65 cents on the dollar, but nobody was doing minus repairs. You just say, give it to me at 60, 65 cents on the dollar. You got yourself a deal. You can assign that and sell that deal off very easily, or you can fix it and flip it with hard money, cash, private money, and you would fix it, flip it, buy and hold it at 60, 65 cents on the dollar. You got yourself a good deal. Also, the medium fix and flip amount to profit on was $35,000. So investors look at it two ways. How much can I make on a deal in a cash form, or what it looks like cash, $35,000, and they're happy with that? Or is it going to be $50,000 and go, you know, like probably about 2 or 3 years ago, people were going, hey, if you make minimum $50,000, I'll do a fix and flip. And this is in California, okay? So, but homes at $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. You can still find those deals. We're still finding those types of deals. We're finding distressed properties. We're finding pre-foreclosures, NODs, NOTs, list pendants, maybe that's what they're called in your area. Pre-foreclosures. There are terms that people go, pre-foreclosure, did it already go to the bank, not go to the bank? So you can hear a lot of terms, and I'm going to talk very quickly and fast and gobble up the information, rewind it, go back and forth and watch it over and over. This might be chopped up into a podcast little series. We had a series last week. It was about seven videos. Check that out. And that was basically talking about buying properties, fix, flip, buy, hold, how to hunt them down, how to find them, how 5 days to a deal challenge would work, and things of that nature. But today we're talking about some stuff here. I'm gonna probably go ahead and share the screen real quick. I'm gonna show you something. Oh, it's not gonna allow me. Okay, so that's the thing why I don't like using this Facebook platform. It's cool when it starts, but then when it goes live, it takes some of the features away. Expand like I wanted to share a screen. Now there's no fucking place to share a screen, right? So we got settings, viewer, interactivity, you want to share, distribution. Okay, clipping. So all right, so I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna be able to share the damn screen. It was there, now it's gone. But I wanted to share something with you, but we'll go ahead and it's right here, so I'm just going to read it. I'm going to be looking down, but there's some stuff here. Go to the Facebook group. There's going to be a link down below, okay? So there's nothing to sell today, you know, which is surprising because usually we're always pushing the AMP Live program and AHA, American Time for Americans, one American time, one property time, one family time, doing our part to get America back on track, right? So we're going to be rolling very quickly because I'm going to shut this down. But it's super important. I want you to go to that Facebook group, okay? We're not building it out. I haven't built it out, but we're going to start to now. We're going to start only in that group, only inside that group if you join. We're going to start dropping stuff that's free, right? Like free information, free knowledge. You know, whether this CRM against this CRM and which one is the best, right? For you or for others. We're going to be talking about stuff. We'll be dropping deals. If you want to jump in on some Q&A, I got something rolling every Thursday at 2 p.m. It's inside of like I guess a meeting group of some sort, or a meeting, I forgot what the hell they're called on Facebook, right? It's not like Zoom, or it could be kind of, sort of, but it's very private. You go in there, you can ask questions, anything you want to ask. If it's real estate related, personal, that's fine too, whatever it may be. You need help, we're going to help you with that, all right? We're going to help you in whatever the situation is. If it's a deal and you're trying to figure out the structure of a deal, should I do the deal? Hey, what about the ARV? It could be a simple question. It could be a technical question. It does not matter. 2 p.m. on Thursday, all the way up till July. I'll go on there for 30 minutes. If you show up, awesome. Nobody shows up, awesome. If people just starts growing, fine. We'll ask and we'll get all the questions that you have answered, okay? So that's what's going to happen. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this Facebook group. Join it. It's going to be very powerful in regards to where you'll be able to get some free information, right? Some information that we only share in our one-on-one mentoring program. I'm going to go here. It's something that came from a book, right? It's like it's called Outwitting the Devil. The author's NH. Go check it out. You're going to see it in the post down below. Read it. There's about 10 talking points and a couple of questions and then an answer from the good old devil himself, right? And then some information on who we are and what we do, right? But go check it out. So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and just read it, study it, go check it out. You know, you're going to figure this out over a period of time, or maybe you'll never ever figure it out in your own lifetime. But I'll just go ahead and start. It says the protection against drifting lies within easy reach of every human being who has a normal body and a sound mind. The self-defense can be applied through these simple methods, right? Number one, do your own thinking on all occasions. The fact that human beings are given complete control over nothing save the power to think their own thoughts is laden with significance. All that basically means is that the only thing you have control over is your own mind. You don't have control over your environment, what's happening, what's going to happen to you, the day, the light, the night, the day, all that. It's like the universe. The universe is controlled chaos. As sure as the sun is going to rise and the night comes and the moon, it's the same thing. But you can't control any of that, right? That's Mother Nature, and it's the universe and a bunch of other things that are put together. For you, your mind is just that. You only got control over your mind. Nobody can control your thoughts and how you think and what you do. That's all that really is. I'm not going to go through all 10, but I'm going to summarize on a few of them, and hopefully that maybe will open up your mind a little bit, because that's our cause and our mission, is just wake people up across the United States of America. Think a little bit differently, right? Don't be a sheep. Don't listen to what's on the TV and you got the news and stuff. You can listen to it, but digest it. Understand and be able to read between those lines. It's the same thing with real estate when you're talking to sellers, right? When you're talking with buyers, when you're talking with people who are unscrupulous or they're not unscrupulous, right? There's only a small percentage, maybe 1 to 3% of fellow Americans are unscrupulous, and they're trying to get over on you and anybody that they can. The other 97% are honest, hardworking human beings, okay? And that's basically who we're targeting, right? We want to help and do our part. Now, number 2, decide definitely what you want from life, then create a plan for attaining it, and be willing to sacrifice everything else, if necessary, rather than accept permanent defeat, okay? Now, that's something that I did in the last cycle, and that's something that I'm relearning all over again at the end of the day. And you got to have your why. There's got to be a reason why you're willing to sacrifice everything, right? What's going to get you going? That's what this basically means. Have a definiteness of purpose. If you have a definiteness of purpose and you understand what you're wanting to do and you got a plan, and the plan doesn't have to be foolproof. You just got to have a plan of some sort, and the plan will manifest as long as you never stop and you're definite on every decision that you do. If something comes onto your plate and you're definite and you go for it and you make it happen, you only change it over time, right? Now, the second time, right, because I'm going through a second cycle, and others are going through a third and fourth cycle, right? They're probably in their 60s and 70s, right? And there'll be younger millennials that are just their first time going through a cycle or a real estate cycle. Now, they're going to rock and roll, they're going to make money, but I guarantee it just is what it is. You either will unload your shit and you won't crash and burn, or you will crash and burn because it's just the way it is, right? At the end of the day, shit's going to happen. The market's going to do its thing. And you just got to be able to maneuver, and hopefully, the greed doesn't get in touch, it doesn't lock you up. And hindsight's 20/20. So the bottom line, the market is shifting. It is going to do what it's going to do. There are other mechanisms in the economy. It's not the finance part. Last time when the market crashed, right? It was a finance thing. It was banking. It was stock market and those type of things with the lending institutions where they shouldn't have been giving loans to everybody and anybody who just had a pulse, right? So this is a little bit different. We got some force mechanism with capitalism and things that are going on in our current administration, as well as a few other things. I'm not going to dive too deep into it. If you want to do that, we're probably going to be doing some Inform America, and go check it out. It's probably connected to some of this Facebook stuff and other social medias like Getter and True Social. And myself and my lovely wife will be talking about that stuff throughout the United States. That's another cause and mission we'll be doing. But this right here, hopefully it resonates with you, okay? Because I know what you're feeling. I know where you're at. I know maybe, or if you're rocking and rolling, awesome. Just be cautious. Pay attention, right? Don't go tomorrow. If you feel you got to dump, then dump. If you feel you got to keep it, then keep the real estate, right? So keep those things in mind, because the market is going to shift. It is going to do what it's going to do. But since I know what's happening in this new, that's my crystal ball, right? Is prime for sub 2 and subject to existing financing. But there's going to be a lot of capital, so I'm shifting towards raising cap. We're going to go after capital, and also want to share this creative real estate investing with you all out there, right? Because it's only going to help you, right? Because if you can learn this stuff, and you'll probably do it better than myself and others if you really take it down, It's only going to help you. And if it doesn't, at least you'll know it, and you can share it with someone else or share it with your family and open up some other fellow Americans throughout the United States of America. But it is a gift that we'll be sharing with you. And I'm going to go ahead and read number 3. I'm not going to get into all of them, but check it out. Go join the group. Read the rest of them. Go check out Think and Grow Rich and 17 Principles of Success. And maybe even the book was called Outwitting the Devil by NH. Number 3, analyze temporary defeat, no matter of what nature or cause, and extract it from the seed of an equivalent advantage. In other words, defeat is always temporary. It's always going to be temporary, okay? And no matter what the cause is, you're going to extract. You're always looking for I guess there's a term, the seed of an equivalent benefit. When something bad happens, there's a seed that comes out of it, and there's an equivalent benefit to whatever bad happened to you. So if something really bad happened, there's always going to be an equivalent seed that's going to be equivalent to whatever happened. But it's a seed. It's a seed. It's not something full-blown. You got to recognize it, and you take that seed, and you keep watering, you keep working it, and it'll be as big as whatever failure there was. And failures are temporary, right, at the end of the day, unless you just decide to give up. All right, number 4, be willing to render service, useful service equivalent to the value of all material things you demand of life, and render the service first. All that means is do more than what you're paid to do, and you'll always have a job. Do more than what you're paid to do for your clients, and do more for your clients, and you'll always be in existence at the end of the day. You'll always be kind of moving forward, right? And that's something I did when I had a job. I always did more than I was paid to do. And when I started taking on clients, or even real estate, when I decided I'm going to do real estate, I said I got to make sure that I'm doing more than what an agent or a broker or another investor is going to be doing with this particular client when they're buying their property, whether it's a distressed property, pre-foreclosure, or they can't make the payments, or they just want to get rid of it and they don't want to make the repairs. I always did more, and I always continue to do more. We're always willing to pay more for a property, or we're willing to, pay them more and buy their stove and buy their refrigerator in a legal matter, right? And there's certain things that you can do with short sales, because during a short sale they cannot profit from anything, but there are some legal remedies that you can do to help your client. If it's not in a short sale, it's just pre-foreclosure, well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be left over. Now, we'll throw it away or donate it to charity, or we'll pay them for some of these things just to give them a bigger check, right? So that's kind of the same thing to a degree, where you're doing more than what you're paid to do. You don't have to do it, but you do it because you're putting it into the bank of good, okay? And that's the law of compensation and a few other things I won't get into too much. But you got about 5 more. I'm not sure if I want to read another one. Recognize that your brain is receiving, okay? Recognize it's the greatest asset in time, the only thing. Kind of mumble in here. Oh, here's a good one. When you pray, do not beg. Demand what you want and insist upon getting exactly that with those substitutions. Yes, you can ask God for stuff. I do. I do it every single day and have a conversation with God. I ask God for things. I have 300 things from God that I have written down in my goals and how I work my goals. I suggest you try it. Write out your goals. Write out 300 things from God. See if you can do it. Pray every day and talk with God. Maybe make it part of your morning ritual, your evening ritual, or your night ritual, whatever it is. I have a morning ritual. You try to do the best you possibly can with that. And yes, demand of it. I need this. See it. Believe it. Touch it. Smell it. And believe that it's there for you. Now, things will come. But you have to really be connected to it. And yeah, you just don't pray when you want it. Oh my God, I got to pray because your back is up against the wall and you need a miracle. That happens too. Still going to do it. Still going to pray. But hopefully these things will help you out. Continue to read them. Check out the rest of them. If you want to discuss any of these on a more detailed or personal level, go to the Facebook group. Ask any question you want. Join it first, right? Say hi. Raise your hand. Share it with others. And tell people about it. You can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on a blog. We've got blog and Spotify. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Getter, Truth Social, what other? Facebook. We got the regular Facebook main group. We got this one here, the Creative Real Estate Investing Group. And what else is there? A few more pages on AMP Live, the American Mentee Program. Go to amplive.net and check that out if you're wanting to get into real estate investing. Check out AmericansHelpingAmericans.net if you want to get into, investing, or you're looking for deals or inventory. Then we want to talk with you and we'll work with you exclusively to help you get some deals, find some deals, or put in some buy orders, or put in some soft commitments because you may not want to fix a hammer, but you want to invest. All right, so I'll leave it at that. Rock and roll in all that you do. I'm Eric from AHA Americans Helping Americans. I'm going to sign off. Hope your day is going well. Watch the video all the way through. Kind of take and grasp some of the terminology I'm dropping, right? And yes, I'm talking fast and I am moving forward because I want to put it all in and condense it there and hopefully drop some value for you down into this video, and you can watch it over and over. And if you have questions, feel free, like I said, private PM us here or on any of the other platforms. Sometimes the information is there with the telephone number, national 800 number, email, text, whatever's there, and whatever's down below. Definitely, I believe there's nothing to sell, it's just the group. So I do have the group to sell to you, right? So click the link down below, join the group, say hi, say, hey, what's up? This is what I'm having issues with. Or I got this awesome deal, or I want to buy some property, or I want to learn, or hey, I just want to be in the community and just be with like-minded people. Okay? All right, signing off. You have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.